this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to the Werewolf Amazon Challenge in The Sims 4. In the last chapter, the pack held its 6th match. Lady Nora Scott and Lady Olivia Kim were chosen to fight for breeding rights with the shepherd. Nora won and conceived Edwin's first child. Meanwhile, Edwin, Marie, and Nancy aged up into their next life stages. An archery contest to establish status among the young girls was held between Princess Rosa and Princess Marie. The latter won and attained the title of First Princess, with Rosa ranking as second. The Kennel Master saw this as a good time to give Rosa some training in the art of sword fighting, where she proved most talented. She completed it in one session. On Thursday afternoon, Nora gave birth to a baby boy named Master Patrick. He was moved to the Royal Guard to be raised under the care of Lord Charlie and Lord Ira. Afterwards, Luther and May aged up into their next life stages. May challenged Rose to an archery contest, which she lost, ranking 3rd among the young females. I don't know to what degree you guys can tell that our beautiful horse Star is different, but some things have happened. So, let me tell you a little story while Star goes on a bit of a trot. I have been keeping track of Star's age because I promised you guys that I would definitely carry on the bloodline of Twilight and of the horse that was originally alongside Twilight, her mate Wizard, right? Because of that, I have been keeping track of Star's age very, very closely. What I didn't do was keep track of Stone's age. Stone, who is an elder at this point. So, while I was waiting for our matchmaker to make a decision between all the females, and my goodness, he was taking forever, guys. Look at what day it is. The whole weekend went by. It is now Tuesday, and it's Tuesday afternoon. So, yes, days went by. Finally, we had a decision made. But in that time, I actually had to load back. Which I never do, but I had to load back. Because somewhere around Tuesday and Wednesday, sometime between these 2 days, I'm not entirely sure when, I got a notification that threw me all the way across to Stone, who was dying. He was dying, guys. I got his death notification, and that just struck me like nothing because I was not expecting it in the slightest. If you look, his life meter is completely full, which means he could croak at any point. And unfortunately, the household was full, so I was unable to breed Stone and Star, but I wouldn't even have been able to because he was dying. He was going through his death animation. But I didn't want to leave it at that, so I loaded back to Monday. And this time around, guys, I made sure to breed Star and Stone. So Star is currently expectant. So we are going to have the foal that we have been wanting between Star and Stone. But I don't think Stone is going to last to see his foal. I do think he is going to pass away at some point over the next day or two. I mean, if he manages to last, that's going to be amazing, but I highly doubt that he will. So that is something that we have to keep an eye out for. That aside, we have managed to finally settle on the females chosen by our matchmaker, and my goodness, it took him forever to decide. We did have a new female that was brought into the pool, so Lady Nancy Landgrab. Now, she is the sister of Stella, and how does that work? I know I told you guys when Stella joined us in the last chapter that Stella was an only child. She was the only child of the Landgrabs, which is true. Stella is the only, blood child, direct, legitimate child of the Landgrabs. However, while Stella was here at the royal grounds, her parents decided that they were gonna adopt one of her cousins and make her cousin into her legitimate sister, right? So Nancy, she is not the blood daughter of Stella's father and Stella's mother, but Stella's father felt as though, the land grab lord, he felt as though now was a good chance. I mean, they had the money to fund these kids, and he was the most, is the most wealthy of the land grab clan, and he figured the more daughters he has in the court, or the more daughters he has in the royal grounds, the higher the chance of him being a grandparent to, royal children, royal werewolves. So this is all about influence, and that's what has happened. He adopted Nancy, his niece, as his own daughter, and he, again, has bribed, werewolf officials to make sure that Nancy is able to enter into the royal grounds, and she can participate in the pool of she-wolves from which the matchmaker chooses the females that are going to fight for breeding rights. Unfortunately, none of the land grabs have, lovely personalities, and none of them have really managed to charm the matchmaker. But Nancy is there. So after, oh my goodness, guys, so long, we finally settled. Oh, look, here comes Nancy with blonde hair and her light blue eyes. This is Nancy, guys. So we did, we started introducing some new genetics towards the end there, but unfortunately they didn't win out against these two lovelies. So it took a long time, but Bob eventually settled on Lady Bella Goth and Lady Olivia Kim, both of who have been in the arena countless times at this point, and actually are going to be our first she-wolves who don't go into a rage in the fight, because they have had so much experience. They have attained transformation mastery, so they can actually transform on their own. In terms of genetics, they both have like a medium warm skin tone. Bella might have neutral, I'm not sure, but they both have medium skin tone. Their shades, well, the tone is, I think, maybe different, but medium skin shade, which is only like a little bit different from each other, not that different. They both have black hair. Bella has light green eyes and Olivia has light blue eyes, so there is that little bit of difference. Now, I don't know if any of our I don't think we have a blue-eyed princess. I think someone has light blue eyes. I think May has light blue eyes, but we don't have a light blue-eyed princess, because where are the offspring? Hold on a second. Yeah, because Rosa has, I think Rosa has light green eyes, doesn't she? She does. And then Marie has pink eyes, and Nancy has dark green eyes. And Nancy has aged up into a child. And the other little baby, Patrick, has aged up into a toddler, so we do have some age ups to look at in Cass as well. But yes, finally settled on these two. I swear in the last chapter we were just talking about how Bella, she has kind of faded from the limelight, and in the beginning, remember all these promises that were made, how Elmo was trying to entice her and tell her that, he wants to have a child with her because of her beauty and all of that. And then she was kind of forgotten for a long time, but she managed to pull through in the end and be present for the final match that is going to decide our final breeding. And this is a royal breeding because they're fighting for rights to mate with the alpha. So, stuff happening. And guys, he was doing everything, let me tell you, but interacting with the females. In the end, I actually had to, so when I loaded back after Stone died and I loaded back to Monday, what I ended up doing was literally teleporting everyone in the matchmaking group, so Bob and, the 7 females, I just teleported them into the throne room, and then I locked the doors, and then I just let them run on speed 3 with autonomy to see who would interact. And as soon as I had even the smallest bit of improvement with the she-wolves, the smallest bit of difference, I hit pause and then I checked I blew up the image here the panel. I blew up the relationship panel, and I measured again to see how far along we were. But you don't even need to measure it. You can kind of see Olivia and Bella. They have the most green bars relationship in terms of friendship. They have the most, and it's the same as each other. And then we have Summer and Josephine that are tied, and then Dora, then Stella, then Nancy. So it was quite a bit of trouble to get them all, ready and figured out. So, okay, let us get these guys to transform, and oh my goodness, it is wild that I do not have to see them in a rage. So I'm curious as to who are going to win, because I think Olivia might have actually been in more battles, and they're not going to hate each other after this, which is great. But she has fought with only 2? No, 3. Yeah, actually, I think Olivia's more experienced. She has participated in 3 matches, and Bella has only participated in 2 matches. One with Alice and one with Daisy. Yeah, so I think Olivia does have the upper hand, but you never know. You never know. So let me get these guys set up, and then we shall see what is going to happen between these guys. And let me just quickly check it. Does anyone have a fated mate? No. Okay, romantic interest, but not fated. Oh, guys! Guys, someone has been busy in the background. So Bella is actually fated mates with Ira. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. That is cute. So Ira, he's, been not present pretty much, and in the shadows, and he's kind of been, I feel like, overwhelmed by Charlie's presence. He's never really been able to step up, so we haven't seen much of him. There was that one time when, Vivian was trying to get him to come out of his shell, and I guess maybe he did just a little bit because he managed to score one of the most renowned and beautiful she-wolves. So they're fated mates. Oh, that's so cute. What about Olivia? Olivia does not have any fated mates, no romantic interests. Well, it's good to know Bella was living a pretty decent life. But let me get these guys going, and then we'll be right back. Oh, no. No! Stone's dying! Oh my goodness, I thought we had more time! Stone has jumped, neighed, and run like the wind. Now it is time for him to trot on to the endless and eternal green fields. Oh no, Stone! See, guys, I knew it. He wasn't gonna make it in time. He wasn't gonna make it in time for the foal. Oh goodness. I'm kind of sad that he didn't die inside within the royal grounds, because he was the horse that always liked staying inside. Star was the one who preferred the open plains over here, but Stone was always running around, between these buildings, on the bridge, flipping in the buildings some of the times. So it's really, really unfortunate, but thankfully I did manage to get a breeding through for Star and Stone. Oh, this is so sad. Because Stone, when it came to Wizard and Twilight, Stone was actually born when both his parents were alive. And I feel so terrible that Stone's foal is going to be born without ever meeting Stone. This little baby won't even know his father. Or her father. We don't know if it's going to be a male or a female. Oh no. That is so sad. Okay, Elma, I need you to come collect. You're gonna come collect. And I honestly have no clue if these werewolves want to, participate and help me get this interaction through. Okay, I think they're gonna spa now. I think they are going to spa. Yes? No? This is ridiculous. Okay, guys, I might have to enrage them. I might actually have to enrage them, because I don't know why they are just refusing to actually go ahead and fight with each other. But I had to jump in anyways because Stone was dying and we definitely couldn't miss out on that. Come on. No? You have plenty of space. I don't know what you guys are complaining about. You have a ton of space. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna have to make them furious, and then I'm just gonna have to throw them into a brawl because they're not listening. They're just refusing to listen. And to be honest, I don't even feel like I understand why some of you may want them to just spar so that they don't end up hating each other, but I also understand why the werewolves would take it really badly if they lost, and why they become enemies over these kind of matches, because it is such a big deal to be able to bear a werewolf pup for the royal pack. So I do feel like to them it feels as though their lives are on the line. So no relationship is kind of above this sort of thing. So I'm gonna get them raging and hopefully fighting before we come back. There's nothing more to be said about it. They are furious and they are ready to brawl. Before they start throwing punches though, I want to see really quickly who Elma wants to win. So let's check. He does have a whim for Olivia, so I don't know, but I want to see. We know he was enticing Bella in the very beginning of this generation, but that might have changed. Okay, no. When we see Bella and Olivia, he has more of a relationship with Bella, so that tells me he wants Bella to win, just like he did in the very beginning. And how interesting that we should come full circle and Bella finally gets a chance at the very end. But Olivia does have more experience in these battles, so, she has a pretty good chance of winning. Both of them are furious though, so there is no, clear advantage, I feel. It's going on for a while. Bella won! Okay, finally, Bella managed to win, guys. Bella managed to win. So good on her. She's going to be very happy with herself, very satisfied. This is exactly what she was wanting in the very beginning. She has destroyed her relationship with her sisters over this. So, one sister in particular, Rose's mother, Daisy. So I think she is going to be very pleased with herself, even if she already has a fated mate in Ira. This has always been her ambition. So she's definitely going to be very happy with the turn of events. I am going to wait for these guys to calm down, and then we can get Olivia moved out and Bella alone with Elma. We have cleared the area, calmed everyone down, and finally we can go ahead and let's see. Oh, well, Bella's being quite proactive, isn't she? Oh, come on. No. Line up this interaction here, and then we'll get going. We shall get going. The sooner we get her to conceive, the sooner this baby's gonna be born. And actually, today, a Wednesday, was the last day we could actually do a breeding, because we need to have this done today. I'm just realizing she is probably going to, it's fine. She is going to get her first bump on Thursday probably now, and then 1, 2, 3, so the baby's gonna be born on Sunday. But that's okay. We can wait for the baby to be born, and then we can have Elma's birthday after that, because, we have the whole of Sunday. And so Elma will turn into an elder literally on the day his baby's born, and, after the child is born. So then we can line up the succession that way without being too stressed. Oh my goodness. Okay. I would have locked everyone in the room sooner had I known that I was supposed to get the breeding done by Tuesday, but I waited too long. I waited too long and too late. It's okay. Let's just go down. Let's go down the road here to the bush that we all know and recognize, because we need time crunch. We don't want to run them all the way up to the actual castle. these are precious minutes, time's ticking by like nothing. So let's go ahead and get this done. I'm proud of Bella. She got there in the end, Is this the first, breeding we've had with werewolves who are, not with their fated mates? As in, I feel like we either have a breeding between an active or a member of the court and their fated mates, or we have a member of the court who breeds with an unmated werewolf that isn't attached to anyone else. I feel like that's the normal thing. Either werewolves meet their fated mate after they have a child, or they have a child with their fated mate. You know what I mean? This is the first time we have, I think, a situation with a she-wolf who has a fated mate but is breeding with someone else. Normally this isn't the situation. So okay, this is done. It has been dealt with. She's already wanting to puke. Look at that. We just have to wait for her to give us the notification. She probably is going to tell us at 5 a.m. on Thursday by the look of it. I'm assuming it's going to be 24 hours from now, which is when she's going to get her first bump. And then 24 hours, but 3 days from then, she's going to have the child. So, if everything goes well, her baby, the final baby for this generation, should be born. And that's sad. It's only going to be the 5th. We don't even know if it's going to be a girl. But if it is a girl, it'll be the 5th child. Unless, imagine how amazing it would be if Bella had twin girls. We would fulfill our 6 roles that we need, that quickly. That would be pretty amazing. The 6 children. We would get that. That would be nice. Anyways, it's kind of nice in full circle. She's going to have a baby at 5 a.m. And then once the child is born, in the early hours of morning, we can then go ahead, have Elma's birthday, and probably get the succession going. So, we definitely have quite a bit to work with. And in the meantime, actually, hold on a second. In the meantime, we also have Star here, who is going to be having her baby. She's apparently already in her 3rd trimester. What? Okay, I didn't know that. She is in her 3rd trimester, though. She's going to have her foal soon. So I'm probably going to keep Star with us. And I'll keep the household low. Or should... I don't know. Should I move Star away? And then she can have her baby elsewhere. And then we can just come back and check up on the foal once she has had the baby. Should we do that instead? Because we do have now a pregnant horse and a pregnant werewolf. And I also have other things I need to get done as well. For example, we do have some of the kids that have aged up. I need to show them off in Cass. And then I need, Nancy, she's a child. She has to join us here and she has to challenge... who is it? May? She has to challenge May for, the status rankings. So I gotta do stuff, guys. I gotta do stuff. I might wait, because she is in the 3rd trimester. So maybe I should wait and see. Has someone died? Helen Empire has passed away. Edwin's mother has passed away. Oh my goodness. Yep, Edwin's mother has passed away. She was the last wise wolf left, guys. Oh my goodness. And also, the most recent baby, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick's grandmother has passed away. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just go to Cass. Let's check out the youngsters. And then I will either jump back once Star is ready to have the baby, or I get the kids moved in. I'll think of something. While we are waiting for Bella to get her first baby bump, I guess our horse here has gone into labor, so Star is going to be welcoming her foal into the world. We already have the notification. She is bursting with anticipation to meet her little baby. Now I am going to be mixing up the genes for this baby manually. So I decided this a while ago, but regardless of gender, whatever coat color the baby gets, I will give them the opposite parent's mane and tail, and maybe eyes. But I'll have to see because I don't remember entirely. I think Stone had like blue eyes just like Star, but lighter than Star. Star has dark blue eyes. I think Stone had eyes that were a bit lighter. So we'll have to see. I want the baby to be like a nice combination between the parents since it is the only little baby horse that we are going to be getting. So I'm excited. It definitely has been an up and down sort of episode because we did have the death of Stone, and I just find it so heartbreaking that Stone couldn't see his foal and he died without seeing his foal. But at least the legacy lives on. Seriously guys, as he was dying, I checked out the genealogy and I saw Twilight and Wizard, and I thought to myself, I can't let this happen like this, and I had to load back so that I could breed Star with Stone. I keep wanting to call Stone Wizard, but then, yeah, Wizard. But that was his father. That was his father. My mistake. You know, some of you guys have also been recommending that I try out the UI extension mod, which I might. I know some people are having problems with it after some updates, but it was the mod was updated for the for rent pack, but something after that is breaking the mod for some people, but others are telling me that it's working fine, so I might just get the mod and try it in my own game for things like matchmaking, because it has the ability to show you exact percentages, numbers of the relationships between sims. So for matchmaking, that would make things heck of a lot easier if I could put a number on, how far along, who has the highest relationship with the matchmaker. That would make things so much easier for me. I wouldn't probably have to spend as much time waiting between matches for them to, socialize and give me some sort of visual cue with the green bars that they are ahead of everyone else. Okay, where's the baby? Right at the end. We managed to get it done right at the end, guys. A foal was born. Star just gave birth to a foal. What would you like to call her, guys? It's a little girl. Okay, that's adorable. We are gonna name this little baby Fury. Fury Curse, the child of Stone and Star. So Fury, because she lives among werewolves who are constantly furious. And oh, it's a little baby that looks just like Star. Oh, that's adorable. That is adorable. Okay, but I'm gonna fix up the genetics, guys. So this is not Fury's actual genetics. Fury, what am I saying? Already forgetting my child's name. Fury has gained the unique breedable trait Hardy. Ooh, interesting. These horses are born to run. They can train for long periods of time without getting fatigued and work up a horse-sized appetite. So she's aggressive, defiant, and energetic. I think defiant she gets from her mother. Maybe energetic from her father? No, she gets both energetic and defiant from her mother. Where did she get aggressive from? Because I don't remember Stone being aggressive. These horses are cranky. They act meaner towards other sims that are more difficult to train. Oh goodness. Okay, I need to go fix up her genetics because she needs to have the mane, tail, and eyes of her father, which was really light, and then we'll be right back. I've gone ahead and updated the genes for Fury, so now she has the light blue eyes and light mane color and tail color from her father, which I think looks really, really cute. Obviously, she's still young, so I don't actually know if she's going to inherit the feathering from her mother or not. We'll have to see when she's a little bit older, but she just looks too cute, doesn't she? I did go and actually check, and yes, she does have, Star actually has dark blue eyes, and Stone had light blue eyes. So that got clarified. And this main color, it's kind of like a vanilla sort of color, I think. There are other light mains that are, more stark white. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but if you were to hold that up against the feathering, I guess even the front of her face, it's less stark and more of a vanilla sort of shade. But it looks so cute, doesn't it? I love it. I love it. I'm really, really excited to have a black and white baby horse. So excited. Because, Twilight was a thoroughbred, and, she had the same coat color as Stone, and then she had I think, a black mane and tail. And then we did have a Wizard with a plain brown coat, but still brown. So it's nice to kind of have, and then, Stone had the same thing going on. Star was a little bit different because, she was black and white, and I kind of like that. We're continuing with that. But if we take a look at her genealogy, you can kind of see over here the family tree, which, we can see because we have the playable pets mod. Otherwise, this would not be accessible to us, but because I had access to this, I felt compelled to make sure that Stone's bloodline continued. Now it has in Fury. I don't know why the game... We've gotten notifications for Wizard's death twice, but for some reason the game does not consider him dead. But we ignore that because he's supposed to be. So we have, Wizard and Twilight, our original horses, and then Stone, Star, and now Fury. Oh, that's so sweet. At least Fury will get to spend a lot of time with her mother, which is nice. She's got 7 days till she ages up. Star has 13 days. So, thankfully, Fury is going to be... She's going to be an adult. She's going to be a mare. While Star is also a mare. So that's really good. They'll get to spend some of their adulthood together before Star is ready to leave us. So probably in the next gen, we'll have a lot of, mother-daughter. And that's actually such a sweet dynamic. The whole mother-daughter dynamic is so sweet. I'm pretty sure in the previous generation, because Twilight came first and Wizard came after, Wizard was a lot younger than Twilight. So Twilight ended up dying earlier. And so we had a father-son dynamic. Now we have a mother-daughter dynamic. It's sweet. Okay, what's this? So rude. Well, that was uncalled for. Lady Stella acting maliciously towards Lord Bob really left a sour taste in his mouth. It has Lord Bob wishing Sims could just be nice to each other instead of whatever that was. After reflecting on this rude interaction, could it be that Lord Bob dislikes malicious interactions? You know what? Stella has a lot of attitude. I don't know about Nancy, but I imagine she would. Maybe less than Stella, though, because Stella is, an actual, the only blood daughter of the wealthiest land grab branch of the family. And so she probably came in here with expectations. And since she didn't get chosen by the matchmaker, she's probably really bitter about it and really upset about it. Ah, Stella. Maybe she feels as though she's kind of wasted her youth. Maybe. That's not the way to act, though. You don't act out like that. You don't. And speaking of breeding, guys, I was actually thinking about the males who didn't get to breed in this generation and the breeding pool for the next generation. Luther is going to be, I think, a teen by the time we switch over. And then obviously Patrick is going to be too young to participate. I'll have to wait until they're older before I can put them in the breeding pool. But Bob, jeez, guys, oh, come on, stop pushing me everywhere. Bob Lament and Ira Lee, they're game. They could totally, because they're going to be considered wise wolves, but they're not gonna be part of the ruling court anymore. So I could actually put them in the breeding pool. But, because of the generation in which they're breeding, the offspring wouldn't be taking on their last name. The offspring would be taking on the female's last name. So that could actually happen. We could use them genetically. Now, obviously, this would apply to Prince Charlie as well, except all of the females that we currently have in the next generation are Charlie's nieces. So he can't breed with any of them. Like, they're not removed enough for that relation to be a thing. I mean, I have the Wonderful Whims mod, so if I really wanted to, I could just make it so that incestuous relationships are not a problem. But I don't think I want to, even though I really, really, really want to breed Charlie. What could happen is if there is, a death in the next generation, or we have like a brand new female, if we have a female that is unrelated to the curses who joined the court, she would be able to breed with Charlie. Charlie would be able to compete for her in the relationship pool. So I don't know, maybe I will throw Charlie along with Bob and Ira into the pool, but obviously if it's one of the nieces, then we'll have to exempt him, and if it's not a niece, then hopefully at some point he manages to win over whoever the matchmaker is. But that's where I'm at, guys. That is where I'm at. And you know what? We need to wait for Bella to give us her bump notification. So I'll jump back in when we get that. Okay, guys, we have gotten our first bump with Bella. And now apparently she's flirting with Dora because she already had a flirtationship with her, I guess. But I was right on the timing, which is good to know. So I have put the due date on the calendar. It is 5 a.m. on Sunday. So we are going to basically have her baby before Elma ages up into an elder, and then we begin the succession. So there we go. That's nice and exciting for us. Also, we have Nancy, who has aged up into a child, and she has joined us as well in the royal court. So now that we've kind of taken a look at, we've completed the breeding, we've secured the due date. Yes, she likes pranks. Marie likes pranks from May, that's fine. I do want to take a look at the youngsters who have aged up. So we had Nancy age up into a child, and then we also had, I think it was Edwin's baby. I think so. Elma would have met him. Yeah, Patrick. Patrick aged up into a toddler. So I want to take a look at Patrick as well. And then when we come back, we want to get Nancy to, I might have to actually wait till they come back from school because it's a Thursday, so they're not going to be staying home. So maybe when they get back from school, I am going to get Nancy to challenge May, who is the lowest ranking member right now. She's going to challenge May to an archery contest so we can work out the rankings. I might decide to kind of do that off camera just a little bit and then just show you guys the results, because we know how much problems we've been having with it in the past. I think the last chapter we were struggling quite a bit to get, stuff done. So I want to try and minimize the amount of time that we are wasting lining up these interactions. So I might just show you guys the score that we get. So okay, I'll get working on that, and then we'll be right back. We're going to start off with Princess Nancy Curse. So we'll take a close-up of her face, we'll go through color swatches, which is the same as when she was a toddler, and then we'll have a really brief chat about the trait she randomized, which is cheerful. So this is Nancy, guys. She, to me, looks like quite a pretty child, so I have high hopes for her as she gets older. Now, her mother was Cassandra. I think Cassandra Goth was her mother, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of us really, really love the color genetics that she has. The dark green eyes, the dark skin, the, black hair. Just looks so good. One of my favorite combos we have among the kids genetically. And it helps that she's got, pretty cute features. And I mean, she's a kid between Elma, who looks like a Disney prince, and then we have Cassandra, who's quite lovely looking. So I'm not too worried about how she's going to turn out at all. But this is what she looks like all around. She has braids, which I thought just looked really, really like slick and cool on her. So I went ahead and gave her that. So this is her everyday outfit. We have her formal outfit. She finally got her black armor for the Daughters of Loon, her sleepwear, party wear, swimwear, hot weather, which is the same as every day, and then her cold weather outfit. She is honestly one of the coolest looking princesses. I think maybe the coolest looking princess that we have. Or maybe just child in general. I think out of all the female children we've had, like in this particular life stage, she to me looks the coolest. So she got the cheerful trait. Now Nancy was born in a really good time. She had no issues throughout her, when she was conceived, even when she was born. There were no issues going on. And at this point, people were becoming a bit more comfortable because May was born before her, and May was born in a really good time as well. So people are, forgetting about being plagued by curses and such. So there was that, and then Nancy, from just genetically, she was born with all of the physical characteristics that I feel like the current werewolves associate with good health. So just like Rosa, she had, the darkest skin, she had dark hair, she had green eyes. Even though Rosa has light green eyes and Nancy has dark green eyes, they're kind of in the same sort of, family tree, so to speak. And as well as being half sisters, they're also cousins maternally because their mothers are sisters. So I think everyone just loved Nancy from the moment she was out of the womb. So she grew up a very happy child. She never kind of was made to feel as though they're in a time of worry or there's anything to worry about or be cautious of, which is, quite a nice change. And I feel like compared to some of the children that we had in the previous generation, there's a lot less competition. Like the kids in this gen, they're a lot more friendly. They are not out for each other's throats. They're not competing a crazy amount, which is really nice. So, I don't feel like we have really chaotic or strong personalities among the youngsters. Who knows, as they turn into teens, we might see them develop these personalities, but it's definitely not something we have to worry about. But that is pretty much it for Princess Nancy Curse. Next up, we have Master Patrick Empire. In this generation, the one child we have had from a fated mate pair. So, son of Lord Edwin Empire and Lady Nora Scott. We finally get to see, his genetics a bit more now that he's older. So we'll take a close-up of his face and then just go through his color swatches. Obviously, we're not going to go with his personality because he hasn't developed it much just yet. But oh, look at him! He's a bit of a cutie pie, isn't he? And I like I like how different he looks from Luther, because Luther and he are both going to be part of the breeding pool, hopefully, in the next gen. So, and you know, it kind of helps that both of them are unrelated to all of the females, because they're not curses and the others are. So that's really good. They're genetically separated. But we have the light, warm skin. So I suppose he didn't get the cool skin from his father. And then, you know, he got the black eyes and the black eyes. What am I saying? The black hair and the pink eyes. My goodness. But he's really cute. He's a really, really cute kid. He's adorable. He is adorable. I'm excited to see how he's gonna look when he's older, because his parents have good genetics from what I remember. They have good genes, like features wise. They look nice. Nobody's got like a really overpowering feature that might be problematic, but you never know. Sometimes they sneak up on us. Like, I really was not expecting Rosa. I was not. I thought Daisy, because Daisy to me didn't, like, she had fine proportions in her face. So I was not expecting the chin and the jaw situation that Rosa has. I don't know where the heck she gets that from. Maybe from Elma, but it's exaggerated on her. I think for Rosa, just her parents' features, some of them have not meshed together that well. But oh well, it makes her unique. So this is Patrick in his everyday wear. We have his formal wear, sleepwear, party wear, swimwear. Cold weather outfit, and then hot weather, which is the same as every day. But that is it for Little Master Patrick Empire. Okay, I finally managed to set up an archery contest between Nancy and May. So at first, I tried a bunch of times inside, but that was, for some reason, being very problematic. Every time I line up, like play with, one of the two sims, for some reason, cannot access this, but then I can still get them to play archery, and they do take turns, but then it doesn't give you an outcome, which is a bit frustrating. So I wondered if it was a location thing. I uprooted the garden, and I threw in another target over here. I was having a similar problem. At first they were both walking towards it, and I thought maybe they could access it, but then one of them backed up. Instead, Nancy started playing the game, and then she invited May to come join her, and that did give me an outcome, thankfully. Now we're having the sort of glitch that we did a long time ago in the previous generation with some of the boys, where it says Nancy ended up beating Nancy, but I'm gonna take that to mean as Nancy being the victor of this particular game. So Nancy has won, which means now we have to have a game between Nancy and Marie. No. Rosa, because Rosa has the next highest rank. So okay, let me bring Rosa. Rosa, come here. We are going to play with, and if, you know, they cancel it out, I'll just we'll get Rosa to join archery. So let's get Rosa to join archery, and we'll see what ends up happening. This should be better. Okay, that's good, because they can still take turns, and hopefully it does give us an outcome, because this is what I just did with May and Nancy. So okay, these two are going to be trying their best. They have, I feel like, the most special relationship among all the sisters, because they are, you know, half sisters paternally, but maternally they're cousins. So yeah, they have like a double relationship. So they should be a lot closer to each other than the others. Also, just on the topic of May, do we have an outcome? No? Okay, we don't. Not just yet. But on the topic of May, so some of us have been saying that if May grows up to be stunning and she ends up with Luther, they would become the it couple of the pack, not just because of looks, but because they have like a legacy romance in their family. Like both their fathers were fated mates who didn't end up together, but they're fated mates. And oh, look at that. Okay, we got a proper outcome this time. Princess Rosa ended up beating Nancy. Right, so this sets the status for our current females. And I mean, we only have the 4 right now. We don't know if Bella's going to have a girl or not. And even then, that girl is not going to be able to participate in the status rankings because we'll most likely have moved on to the next generation at that point. Like by the time she comes of age. But it seems as though we have first Princess Marie. We have second Princess Rosa. Third Princess Nancy. And then first Miss May in terms of our rankings, which is very interesting. So I need to go update that. But I think we shall catch up. I'll have to see. I'm wondering if I should just, jump to when Bella has the baby, maybe? I think so. I mean, she's still in her first trimester, but we don't necessarily have to jump in throughout her pregnancy because we'll already kind of know the go, so to speak. So I might just come back, guys, when it is the due date and Bella is ready to have this child. So I think that's what I'll do. There's like a lot to cover. I want to be a bit more, concise rather than stretching ourselves too thin. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to wait and we're going to see what the final child of Elma and the pack is going to be. I thought I was gonna see you guys when Bella was due, but a few birthdays crept up on us. Bob has aged up into an adult, so I need to go ahead and give him his makeover. As well as that, I did get the notification that Marie is aging up into a teenager today. I was trying to actually wait and have their birthdays together. The plan was to wait until we're close to midnight and then, have Bob's birthday, and then a couple hours after that go straight into Marie's birthday. But Bob aged up at 5 p.m. so I couldn't do that. He's just hanging around here without a birthday cake or anything. He might even be sad because of that. Yeah. Well, dude, if you waited for a bit, I could have done it. Anyways, we do have this adorable blueberry cheesecake prepared for Princess Marie, and I'm really excited to see how she's gonna look. Fingers crossed she turns out better than Rosa did. Yeah, I have high hopes. I'm not gonna lie, when Rosa was a kid, I had an inkling that, there was something going on with her jaw, but I didn't want to pay too much attention to it. It became fairly obvious when she was a teen, though. I don't see anything like that with, the other 3 girls we have. But who knows at this point? So let's go ahead and blow out the candles and see what we have going on with Marie. I'm excited. She was the daughter of Eliza, our cursed princess. Also, because of kind of the tough isolated life that she's lived, I am, curious to see, I'm very curious to see what sort of traits she would have developed. So, she's earned, high self-esteem. I'm pretty sure Rosa has a high self-esteem as well, but we're going to randomize. We are going to see if it fits. If it doesn't, I'll just roll again. But she was a glutton as a child, and we kind of interpreted that as her being hungry for love and affection. So let's see. Ooh, hot-headed. Okay, maybe when she was younger, she was kind of used to not voicing herself and her frustrations at the way maybe the older Sims treat her, and she thought that was just the way it's supposed to be. But I imagine as a child, her siblings have actually treated her quite inclusively and quite nicely. So maybe they've kind of taught her that, no, this is not the way you're supposed to be treated. You are not cursed like, you know, the older werewolves say, and you should voice yourself, you know. If you feel like something's unfair, you shouldn't just sit there and take it and wish people treated you differently. You should tell them that there's nothing wrong with you and that you're not going to stand for it. So I think this hot-headed trait is really her learning how to be a bit more brave within the pack and how to stand up for herself. So I kind of like that. I do like that. So excellent. Gotten that done. And we did not get to see her because of this glass door. But, guys, she has a nice face. She has a nice face. She does. Okay, I need to go up. I need to give her a makeover. I need to fix up her genetics. And then we can jump back in and take a look. Actually, I might just head to cast straight away. I might head to cast so that we can see how Bob looks after his makeover as an adult, and then how Princess Marie looks after her makeover as a teen. So I'll see you guys in a second. Time for us to take a look at our makeovers, starting off with Lord Bob Lament. This is him as an adult. We're going to do a close-up of his face, then just quickly go through his new swatches. So he has definitely grown out his hair a bit more, and his facial hair as well, but you know, we are switching with him to the clay hairs, so I'm excited, but I like the way he looks. I definitely like the way he looks. I think more so than when he was a young adult. This is a good change in style for him. But there we go, the Bob we know and recognize. Now, if he lucks out, he probably will participate in, like, the match suitor pool for next gen, because the males, thankfully, can breed literally up until they drop dead. So even if they're elders, they can remain within the group, and, you know, try and stand a chance at maybe winning over the next matchmaker for a potential pairing. So we hopefully are not going to miss out on genes from Bob. I actually really like the fact that he has those gray eyes, and I don't know if anyone has inherited those gray eyes. I don't know. Edwin didn't, because he inherited the eyes from his father, obviously. So, there we go. His mother, though, Edwin's mother, I'm pretty sure had the silver eyes as well. Anyways, this is his everyday wear, his formal wear, athletic, which I didn't change, obviously, sleepwear, party wear, swimwear. I'm noticing this a lot that I'm doing, you know, giving them stockings that are the same color as their skin, so that it's so close it almost looks as though they're naked, but they're not, I promise. Hot weather outfit, which is the same as his everyday, and then his cold weather outfit. And that is pretty much it for Lord Bob Lament. And now we have the more exciting makeover for Princess Marie Curse. So guys, I feel like she looks exactly the way she did as a child. Does anyone else see that? She, I'm telling you, looks exactly the way she looked as a child. Sometimes you see like a drastic difference. I feel like Rosa was a bit of a drastic difference. I could tell just a little bit like there was something going on with her jaw when she was young, but it wasn't that obvious. And then I feel like she turned out to look quite different when she was older, but Marie looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. I love it though. So we're gonna do a close-up of her and then go through her color swatches, which we already are familiar with. She's basically been carrying the same swatches from when she was a toddler. I usually keep like my toddlers to teens in the same swatches, and then when they become young adults, they get new swatches. So let's take a look at Marie. Look at this. Doesn't she look exactly the same? I honestly cannot tell if she, like, what combination of her mother and father she has, but it is nice to see that her face is well proportioned. She definitely is a like super cute looking sim, and I love that. Look at this. She's got such a pretty side profile as well. So lovely. So lovely. With that circlet and everything. I love her. I love her a lot. Marie, to me, is really pretty. I would say it's just prettier than Rosa. Okay, here we go. This is her everyday. We have her formal wear, athletic, sleepwear, party wear, swimwear, hot weather outfit, and her cold weather outfit. And I forgot to give her gloves. So let's quickly go and do that. No, I think we'll just give her the white gloves. There we go. So she is all done. Oh, we also have to take a look at her werewolf form, since this is the first time we are seeing it. So this, guys, is Princess Marie's werewolf form. So she is a very interesting, like, white and brown sort of werewolf. Obviously, she has the brown werewolf eyes because she is of the cursed bloodline, and those are the eye colors that the cursed werewolves carry. But this is how she looks. Definitely an interesting wolf. But that is pretty much it for Princess Marie Curse. We have a bit of an interesting situation which I did not predict. So it is finally go time for Bella. She's in labor. She needs to have this werewolf pup. It is also the full moon, which means everyone is in their werewolf forms and they won't transform back until I think 10 a.m. So we are probably going to have Bella have this pup in her werewolf form. I've never done this before. We've been having all the babies while our Sims were humans. So, oh, they change at 6. Okay, guys. They change at 6 a.m. apparently, not 10 a.m. I was wrong about that. So, just in time, she has transformed, and so is everyone else. Okay, wonderful. You guys then, let's come here and try not to run away all over the place. So that you can be present for this child. Okay, nice. So let's not waste any more time. Bella is going to have the final royal offspring of this generation and of Elma's. So we'll see whether it's a boy or a girl. At this point, it's pointless for it to even be a girl. It would be nice, but it would also be kind of pointless. Also, the other thing that I have to think about going forward, guys, which I didn't think about, was whether or not I am going to pass on these roles to the children, or if I'm just going to pass on the roles among the teenagers, which would make all the children ineligible, right? And then, like, make new Sims to take over those excess roles, and then use the kids as, like, backup in the future in case someone dies, and when they're older, maybe they can replace the Sims that have died. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, I was going to, do archery and have the succession be between the kids or among the kids, but then I realized they're gonna have to take over these roles as children, and I don't know how much longer everything is gonna take and how much more messed up our generations are gonna be if I have to take care of the stories and the personalities and the birthdays of these girls along with the children that are being born. So, I don't know, guys. I'm kind of leaning towards just having the teens have the succession between them, which at this point is literally just going to be Rosa and Marie. But let's see. We will see. We'll see how I feel. And these kids, like the excess girls, they might just end up being backup for me in case someone dies. Like in this generation, we actually had a lot of Sims die. A lot of Sims die very quickly. And, you know, we had to replace them quite a few times. So we might have a similar situation happening next time. Ay. Okay, Bella, go time. Let's see, what is this baby going to be? And it's a healthy baby. There was no curse period during the conception, no curse period during the birth. So all is well. Plus, it's Bella. She is a one of the goths. And I feel like at this point, it's a boy. Okay, I feel like at this point, the goths have become, or at least in this generation, they were a bit of a favorite for the pack members in terms of health and genetics. They consider goth females to be very, very healthy mothers. Okay, so we have a cursed prince. So this is going to be Prince Clyde. Prince Clyde Curse. So there we go, just the one baby boy. That is okay, that is okay. Like I said, at this point, it's kind of late for us to be having any sort of girls, but excellent, we have wrapped this up. Let's get, in terms of genetics though, and this is the first son of Elma. Oh my goodness, I'm just realizing the significance of this child. Elma, you had, I can't even remember Elma's, like, eye genes. Does he have light brown eyes? Don't quote me on that. I think he has light brown eyes. Which means this boy is gonna have whatever hair color, like clay hair I can get closest to Elma's shade. Which is probably like a reddish brown. And then he's gonna have light brown eyes? Huh, interesting. Interesting. And then the other thing that I'm thinking about is if, you know, I do get the children to inherit, since they're all of the curse line, I won't be able to breed people like Charlie and Prince Clyde. Whereas if I have new blood coming in, then Charlie will be able to participate in the breeding pool. And, you know, going forward, so will Prince Clyde. Prince Clyde. So, I don't know. I have stuff to think about, guys. I have stuff to think about. Where's Elma? Come here and cuddle your son. Kiss him on the forehead. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, it looks as though he's taken... I actually don't know. I feel like he's kind of taken a closer skin shade to his father than his mother. Which is interesting. But we might have like a carbon copy of... I mean, we don't know, of King Elma. We'll have to see. We probably have a Disney prince because Bella is also very beautiful. So we do have yet another Disney prince in Prince Clyde. So, okay, we managed to get all of that done. Excellent. Nora has come in to take a look at what's happening over here. But I think this will be... Oh, Josephine is congratulating Bella. That's so cute. That's so cute. But I'm going to have to move these guys out. I'm going to have to, like, really think about what I want to do with the succession and how I'm going to work around this. And then when we come back in the next chapter, guys, we are definitely having the succession and wrapping up this generation. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.